We are Team Fitz Graphics, and today we're going to be showing you how to wrap your Cascade Pro7 lacrosse helmet. Alright, when you get your lacrosse helmet wrap, it's going to come in a format much like this. And typically, what I tell people to start out with is your larger side decals. Now, how I like to start is there's a point at the center of the Pro7 helmet. That's where I like to start with these. If you can get it started just on it, or maybe even a little bit of an overlap, you're fine too. This is our 20 mil thick material, so it stretches real well if you get a little bit off. What you're going to do is just kind of work your thumb right down the middle along this little ridge line. And just make sure you're following on the top as well as along on the visor here. And just kind of push the air bubbles out as you're going. You just want to keep moving, pressing down towards the middle of the decal. Just making sure you're following the lines of the helmet, both on the top and the bottom. Nice thing about this material is if you do feel like you're getting off track, you can always peel back and restart to an extent. Usually it takes the helmet decals backing about 2 or 3 hours to really set in. So if you need to make adjustments as you go on, be sure to do it now rather than later. And what we're doing here is just using our thumb to press all the air bubbles and any kind of wrinkles out of the helmet. Alright, so there's our first side. We'll go ahead and we'll move right along to the other side. Again, we're going to start on that ridge line. You can overlap them just slightly if you want to, or you can try to put them up exactly. Really, either way is going to be fine. And again, you're going to take it, just kind of take your thumb, follow that ridge line. Making sure that your helmet just follows the ridges of the helmet. And these should just overlap slightly in the back here. And we're just going to go back, get rid of all the bubbles, any kind of wrinkling on the edges of that one. This is our 20 mil thick material, so it's pretty easy to get any kind of wrinkling or anything just pressed out of the helmet. We'll move on to the back panel. Yes, I typically start in the middle. And then just work our way over. Again, just make sure you get all the air bubbles out, and also making sure that all of your material is laid flat on the helmet, because the more adhesive you get down, the more pressure you apply, the longer and better your decals are going to last. So there's your back. Just keep moving our way down the helmet here. Now this piece I usually like to start on one side. And then kind of work my way across. I apply pressure to the top ridge here first. Make sure you have it where you want it. And then just work out any air bubbles that you have. Over here, add our back number patch. Simple enough. We'll start getting to the top of our helmet. How I typically like to start this one is just find this ridge right here. Line it up in the center. Then once you get it started, you can just follow the line of the helmet all the way down to the back. Same thing on this side. And once you know you have it where you want it, just rub your hands over it, making sure you get rid of any wrinkles, any air bubbles that are there. So you have your top. That decal is pretty simple. For this one, I like to start in the middle and work our way up. And just run your hands along it. Just to make sure that adhesive gets attached to the helmet there. And just do the same thing for the two sides here. Then we just have a few small minor touches to add to the helmet. Some side chin decals here. Pretty easy to line up. They just go right over the button there. And some smaller decals up here just to add a little bit of a little bit more color to it. And then finally, we have our chin piece here. This one, just going to sit in your lap. Just follow that arcing line right there, and that'll get you started on the right path. You just work your way around the button there. And this is actually going to kind of go down into this little groove here. There. This side, same thing. Kind of goes down in that little ridge there. This one just follows the contour of the helmet. And that finishes off our wrap. finished Pro 7.